Hello, and my name is Tessa Levy. Today I will be talking to you all about French onion soup. So, the history and current issues. In France, there are two theories or legends dating back to the 18th century that claim the beginnings of French onion soup. So, the first theory is King Louis, the I won't XV, had returned to his lodge after hunting and found that he had no food besides onions, butter, and champagne. So he and his great aunt made those ingredients into a soup, thus creating French onion soup. The second theory is a little bit longer. So Nicholas Appert, the father of food preservation and the inventor of canning, was working in the kitchen of La Pomme d'Or in Chalon-en-Champagne. The Duke of Lorraine stopped at the hotel on his way to visit his daughter, the wife of King Louis XV. Chef Appert prepared the soup for the Duke, and the Duke loved it so much that he asked Appert to teach him how to prepare it so that he could show his daughter and King Louis. In Appert's cookbook, created in 1831, he dedicated the soup to the Duke. After quickly gaining popularity due to the fact that the soup easily covered the smell of a heavy night of drinking, the soup gained the nickname the soup of the drunkards. The soup is also a commonly preferred hangover cure in French households. So the nutrient composition, a portion size would be about 1 cup, 241 grams. Total fat is 16 grams, cholesterol 36 milligrams, total carbohydrates is 39 grams. Calories is 369, protein is 17 grams, sugar is 6.2 grams, sodium is 1,031 milligrams, so it has a lot of sodium, and it also contains vitamin D, calcium, iron, and potassium. So the relationship to disease. So I'm going to mainly specific on the main ingredient, which is onions. And onions are associated with many health benefits. They're a very good source of potassium, vitamin C and B6, iron, and folate. They also have anti-inflammatory properties that help aid in the cold and flu relief. They are high in phytochemicals, plant-derived nutrients, which are known for disease prevention. And onions are also good for your gut. They promote good gut bacteria. So fresh onions versus not fresh. A fresh onion would be firm and smooth, looks like the onions that you get at the store. And bad onions have a loss of color, they're soft and squishy, there's a bad smell, there can be mold, sprouts, and dark spots. And that's what they look like. They're just kind of gross, honestly. They do not look like a fresh onion. So the agricultural information about onions. Seasonality, onions are in season from about March to August, mainly in the spring and summer months. They're available year-round in most grocery stores, and onions actually have a bunch of other uses. They can be a natural dyeing agent, they reduce feed costs for sheep, and then they can also be used as an alternative fuel, and they've been able to power an entire power plant before. So how the dish is prepared. The main ingredient is beef stock. The soup is typically made with beef stock, and it's important to pick a good one. The second main ingredient is caramelized onions. First, you caramelize your onions and add wine or vermouth to them. Next, you add the beef stock, bay leaves, and thyme, bring it to a simmer. Then you toast some French bread, add Gruyere cheese to the top, and then put the toast on top of your soup, and voila. Then you have your French onion soup. So this is a picture of the soup. I got it from Panera Bread, and I honestly really loved it. I've actually never had it before because I didn't know how much I would really like onions, but I actually really liked it and I love the flavor. It's a lot better than chicken noodle soup because I find chicken noodle soup very bland even when I'm sick. And so I wasn't feeling really great today, so I got some soup. And I love this soup because of all the flavor it had in it, and I really did like the cheese on the top. But it's not pictured in there because it did sink into the soup, but that's Panera Bread for you. But yeah, I really liked it. My stomach has been killing me recently due to health problems, but I actually really liked the soup and it did not upset my stomach like everything else does. So social and cultural comparison. I know that French onion soup is honestly really common in France, but I do find it really common here in America. I've seen it on many soup menus at multiple restaurants, and I think it's really interesting how America commonly eats this soup as well. I think it's interesting how we decided to pick that soup in specific and bring it over here. and make that one of like a common soups for us, I guess. And in France, it is known as the hangover cure, but here in America, I mainly see it at like nicer restaurants or places like, or like sandwich restaurants like Panera Bread. But I don't think it's really eaten as a hangover cure here, but it really is interesting to see how different cultures use this dish in different ways. These are my sources. Thank you so much.